Good evening. This is called Here Below as on High, or Phylogeny Recapitulates Ontogeny. 1. A song settles in the end, comes back to calm and leaves us satisfied, fulfilled, unless a warning or a curt vile sneer or say a mating dance, an adolescent call for satisfaction through the lock and key. Dramatic chords or dying fall will mark the coming end, and if well done, the song will live on past its end, unlike the singers, most of whom fade out. As music grows, decays, and anyway changes past their grasp, moves on, becomes an ad. 2. Here in Hermann Hesse's Age of the Feuilleton, we watch TV, we follow series, and sometimes lead half-lives. We mourn dead characters while avoiding them in life, as if the young artist in The Roads Around Pisa were right, and the characters of fiction were as real or more so than we. Perhaps they are in the eyes of a dice-playing God, for how is humanity such fun with its homicidal sense of humor? But maybe God is Cotton Mathers and as dull, as grasping as a preacher, a killer with rules. God is love and the devil is desire, but evil is the religious man with tattooed hands of love and hate. Is this why some escape to the wavelengths of virtual life? Is reality not to be born, but escaped into devices? And these series, how do they die themselves and when all the characters die? At first, they just disappeared, cancellation like a heart attack. And our family friends, our Wednesday evening guests, just gone, or they didn't survive the diagnosis. Now there is a warning for some. The crazy doctor suicides. The mafioso is ambiguously surprised. The station house cleared out, torn down. 3. These little costume jewels are in the luggage on our backs, but will they help us in our agony, add meaning to our twilight thoughts? In earlier days, figures out of books and epics lived in our minds, with long dead Ozymandias and poor George Osborne, and Becky Thatcher's eventual but unseen death in luxury alone, Hamlet's engineered suicide and the death-deserving Atrides. Or for those who'd rather mourn with humor, the Mameluke Abdullah Bubul Amir and Ivan Skivitsky Skavar. Oh, let us learn, let us prepare by using these models. A caricature is better than a self-help cartoon, n'est-ce pas? 4. In this world and its history, we might call real, is there help or nobility? Stalin never conquered the world and therefore moped and pouted at sundown, as no doubt did his fans and victims as the story of betrayal played on. Was Monroe's death more tragic than Johnny Ace's Russian death roulette? I'd venture more of those not turned to shiny waxy stone by ambition and success were hurt by Johnny. People living life, not hating it and loving make-believe. If that fake existence, celebrities, so great, then why the suicides? Why the drugs and alcohol, divorces, bad behavior? Why Ted Nugent? And do they matter at all, these forerunners of the future's mythic heroes? In 1,000 years, will the dead be seen out by Elvis, Marilyn, and baby Michael? Will there still be the dead? The immortals of showbiz with spot-on and limited range when dying on film and TV give us practice at dying. The twitch of the bullet and the hammed-up fall, the wise and slow wasting away, the comical cowardice or just plain dumb death of the villain and foil to the fist and the gun of the glitter-toothed star. How could we ever, such fans that we are, do without death and its drama queen thrill? As Stalin totted up his scores, the battles won and lost, the heads of enemies and friends on walls, the country industrial, the fools and corrupted, all joyful and gay, he must have known that he beat Hitler, but did he know he lost to Mao? I've tried to avoid them, the psychopath bullies, the head-thick winners, but I'm sure that I know how they die, finding their satisfaction dumb and sexy as, like all of us, they shit and croak. So what script shall we play? How will we go? Hope that charity never comes, lie to ourselves to the end? And how do great souls meet the end? I swear it cannot be by listing up their lives, by counting scores, by naming what was won and lost. It must be that they shuffle off, transcend. It must be that they see ahead, deny themselves, and seek some truth. It must be that they somehow see or sense the all. As the Dalai Lama said to the hot dog vendor, make me one with everything. For everything comes to an end except for the sausage, which has two. I am my soul and will be, one would hope, Nathan Hale strong as I die, and Hemingway fictionally true if I've tried to do right, if I haven't given over to stupidity and rigor and to gain. 6. But the ignobly now dying Occident denies duty, denies responsibility. No more Roosevelts or Lincolns, no more Martin Luthers, no more kings named the good, no more Victor Hugos, no more Malcolm X, and only Churchill's evil side, proving Yeats and Orwell prescient still. Eating its own, it whines and moans and thieves and kills, produces debasement of art and of ethics and its religion, drowning out real voices with tawdriness, beauty with Disney, morality with the Westboro Baptist Church, those closet queens of God, and Christ with a pedophile ex-pope to be sainted too, why not? Money talks, nobody walks, and there's laughter at the cookie jar, preparing Miss Havisham's funeral for ourselves, held up by drone banks and murder machines, by crazy men burning the money, the thieves at the top, mouthed gravity for comic, evil vaudeville laws designed to raise prices. It brought the Ruskies down to Putin, so now they'll get the chumps. And this is a cancer, the crab within. Once we thought the cancer was the mafia, but now there's worse. The big boys are selling it off, and the Islamists and Russians, the Chinese and Israelis all wait to watch the agony, to divvy up the spoils with the Mexican drug gangs as Europe falls to ballless surrender while Nazis bring an answer. Bring the death coup on. God says it should be us. It should be us who. I hope not to follow, to die my own man. I hope to keep on and to die on my feet. But even God, when he died, was left silly and bitter and vengeful and lame. And yes, Cassandra should have shut her mouth. She made us uncomfortable, and that's why we laughed. We didn't want to know the truth. Have I used up my time, David?
If you want to do a little more, we're all ears, eager.
Okay, one more. A quote from Nietzsche. What is wanted are blindness and intoxication and an eternal song over the waves in which reason has drowned. The raw screams of the homeless in their empty streets. The powerless outrage and forbidden self-pity give life to the laughter forced dry and hysterical out of the heart and into the ether so careless. They sing a song in changed music, music unlike music. Despair can change the definition of a craft and art. And the questions always come and burning inward. The song is sung in grating key with tin and leaden notes. What sins brought me here and what filth? What filth is so much stronger than filth in the road? Is my life as a rag, outside and invisible if I don't scream? I wish I could be enveloped in a broken heart, a disappointment in love, something more human than this nothingness, this shame. I was and still would be, but my language is gone, and I clutch the world with broken thoughts of cause. You don't deserve coherent words. You don't deserve the story of my youth and fall, the arc I've brought about. The rage I feel is caused by loss of easy words and smiles. I once had at my fingertips the love that's daily bread, and now I'm only cellophane and torn a shred amidst a crowd of ghosts and living on an empty street. Thank you.